Mercedes-Benz Vision AVTR. If you want to see the most futuristic and most alien-like concept car in the world, then look no further, because the Mercedes-Benz Vision AVTR looks like it's been delivered directly from Pandora. Unsurprisingly, it was developed in conjunction with the design team behind Avatar. And it was the clear star of the show at the CES in Las Vegas in early 2020. It incorporates an organic design and uses materials that make far better use of heat that's being generated from the electric motors, and even a hologram-based human-machine interface. Adaptable aerodynamics are introduced here for the first time in the form of individual bionic flaps that look like reptile scales, and can be deployed to adjust the air flowing over the vehicle in response to changing conditions. Round tires are a thing of the past, replaced with spherical versions which give increased maneuverability and are less impactful on their surroundings, as well as being able to twist up by 30 degrees, which means the car can move sideways in a crab-like movement. This car will speak to you to find out where you want to go, and after giving it your instructions, all you'll need to do is sit back in comfort and let it do all the rest. With an interior based upon flowing shapes of waves and flowers, this looks to be the most comfortable, efficient, and enjoyable ride to ever be created. Mercedes Vision EQ Silver Arrow. This stunning concept vehicle from Mercedes is the Vision EQ Silver Arrow. And if this is what cars are going to look like in the future, why would we ever use any other form of transport? Designed to be as aerodynamic as possible, it has fluid lines and smooth, seamless surfaces, and was created in homage to the W125 Silver Arrow that broke the public road speed record in 1937, a record that stood until 2017. The single-seater vehicle has lighting strips and an illuminated logo, along with the multi-spoke wheels that are finished in rose gold. The interior is on another level, with a curved panoramic screen that projects your surroundings onto it. It can highlight road markings to make them easier to see, and even superimpose images of other vehicles to allow you to take part in a virtual race. The touchscreen on the steering wheel allows you to select the usual options, but also gives you the ability to cycle through engine sounds that will play out over the otherwise silent running of this electric car. With a range of around 250 miles and a top speed of 268 miles per hour, it's proof that the future of car design is very exciting indeed. Audi AI Trail. In 2019, Audi announced its vehicle, the AI Trail, an off-road concept that they believe would be available as soon as 2030. Rather than owning a car for multiple uses, they envision us ordering a vehicle for the activity that we're about to go and do. And so this is a pure SUV through and through. There are 4 electric motors, one on each wheelbase, which gives it 4-wheel drive capability, and it has a top speed of 81 miles per hour on roads, with a range of 155 miles off-road. The windshield gives an incredibly wide viewing range, which even allows you to see the tires. There's also plenty of room inside because it's fully controlled from your phone. So without any displays around the interior, the space they usually take up can be used for storage. Tire pressure can be adjusted while on the move, depending on the terrain, but this vehicle really comes into its own at night. You may have noticed there are no headlights, but this is because they're installed on 2 autonomous drones which will fly ahead and light the way for you. Citroën 1919. The space-age Citroën 1919 truly is a vehicle of the future, where comfort has taken a priority over every other element. It's intended to be just as useful across long distances as is short ones, and is fully autonomous thanks to the installation of LiDAR pods on the rear of the roof. The large doors open to a roomy cabin, and instead of an instrument display, all the information is shown on a heads-up display. This removes virtually all the switches and buttons that you'd normally see inside, and creates a more restful environment. In automatic mode, there isn't even a steering wheel or pedals, but when a driver wants to steer for themselves, the pedals lower into position, and the steering wheel unfolds almost like a periscope. While the concept version doesn't currently have an AI capable of driving it, the electric vehicle is operational with a human at the controls. And by all accounts, it's in equal measure surreal as it is great fun. Lamborghini Terzo Millennio. The Lamborghini Terzo Millennio, which stands for Third Millennium, was an electric car that the company revealed in 2017, and was the first design that resulted from a multi-year partnership with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Instead of using batteries, power is provided from a high-capacity supercapacitor, which are able to capture and release energy at the same time. Each of the wheels, which have an orange glow, have their own electric motor, which gives an incredible amount of control over the torque, and means it's a 4-wheel drive vehicle. It also comes equipped with an autonomous driving system that's designed for use on racetracks. most impressive thing about it is within its chassis design. It's made fully from carbon fiber that has been fitted with a number of sensors and an onboard health monitoring system, which means that if any damage is detected, such as cracks or dents in the panels, the carbon nanotubes are actually able to repair themselves. Audi PB18 e-tron. Looking like it's taken a trip back from the future, the Audi PB18 e-tron is Audi's attempt at an electric supercar concept. And after being first shown in 2018, they said at least 50 versions of the vehicle will roll off the production line by 2021. It has 3 electric motors, one that's attached to the front axle and 2 that are on the rear one, and together they're able to generate 661 brake horsepower to allow the car to accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 2 seconds. By using a solid-state battery, the manufacturer claims it has a range of 361 miles, and amazingly can be fully recharged within just 15 minutes. What's particularly clever about this design is that it uses a fully fly-by-wire system, which actually allows the configuration of the interior to be adapted as required. Its standard setup is as a 2-seater, but if you're traveling alone, the passenger seat can fold down and the driver's seat moves across to the center to quickly turn into a single-seater. DS-X E-Tense. If there's one thing you expect from a car design, it's that it'll be symmetrical. But the DS-X E-Tense throws that convention by the wayside, with what looks like 2 halves of different models stuck together. The 1,360 brake horsepower machine is the company's impression of what vehicles will be like by 2035, and needless to say, they've gone all out. It's fully electric and autonomous, but on one side it's a roofless driver cockpit with a steering wheel and stunning instrument display, while the other side is the comfortable cocoon where you can sit and let the onboard computer deal with all the hard work. The futuristic materials it's made from will be able to repair themselves, from minor knocks and scrapes. In a somewhat unnerving design choice, the floor of the passenger compartment is made of glass, so you'll be able to see the road as it speeds past below. One of the most ingenious inclusions is that of the lights. Rather than being singular bulbs like in the designs of today, the plan is for the car's body itself to be the light source, giving a much wider and adaptable beam that can be virtually any color or shape. Renault Trezor. First showcased at the Paris Motor Show in 2016, the Renault Trezor has been designed without lines across the body, and the only obvious seam is where the clamshell roof connects with the main body. That's right, in this concept they've done away with the idea of doors altogether, and instead, passengers enter the car after the roof is opened forward on struts. With a carbon fiber frame, it's one of the most aerodynamic designs ever, which in theory allows it to accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 4 seconds. The 2-seater vehicle is fully electric and has a red interior as well as a red tinted windshield. It has an OLED touchscreen that's covered in Gorilla Glass across the center console, and when it's driving in autonomous mode, the rectangular steering wheel, which also is covered with a touchscreen, can extend wider to give the driver a panoramic view of the dashboard controls. Honda Augmented Driving Concept. Honda's augmented driving concept is based upon the fact that cars of the future will be mainly controlled by onboard computer systems, but there will be times when the passengers still want to take control of things for themselves. Not only have they gone for a radical design for the open-top vehicle, but they've also revisited the steering wheel to bring it into the modern age. Tapping it twice will turn it on, pulling it will slow the car down, and pushing it will cause it to accelerate. All the time the car's sensors will be monitoring the driver's actions and intentions, and will be on hand to take over control when required across 8 different modes that switch between autonomous and semi-autonomous operation. BMW iVision Dynamics Concept. Premiering at Frankfurt's Auto Show in 2017, the BMW iVision Dynamics concept was designed to show what the company envisaged for its new range of vehicles they plan to begin selling in 2021. The futuristic aesthetics are inspired by concept vehicles of theirs from previous years, although they admit that some of what they call the flamboyant touches will be toned down for the full release. It's fully electric powered, taking advantage of recent developments in battery technology. And with a top speed of 120 miles per hour and a range of 372 miles on a single charge, it's a perfectly feasible proposition for day-to-day use. It's at the core of BMW's plans to offer virtually a full range of electric vehicles by 2025. And with looks like this, customers surely won't need much convincing to get on board.
Thanks for watching.